Do 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 do. Bon dimanche. Welcome everybody to Heart Sundays. And I'm super excited because I have an amazing woman with me, Miss Bridgette Shaw-Bane, as my guest today. And we're going to do some chats and just have lots of woman loves all about her because she is a woman that is changing lives. And we will talk about that in a moment. But first, I just want to share about It's 5 o'clock somewhere. We've got two more left. One this Thursday coming up. It's going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it's 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern for those that just want to know about all the time zones. And then the last one will be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we have been enjoying those immensely. And thank you everyone who has been showing up. It's been really fun chatting with you. And I love that the cats are doing cameos because who doesn't love kittens in, filming and videos and stuff. And I also have really some kind of cool news, and I'm so grateful that my lady Bridgette is here with me to share. So, for those of you that probably already know, I wrote a song with my friend John Day called Love Him Forever. And it's a wonderful, wonderful mother-son song, a connection. And Bridgette, of course, she's an amazing mom who has a son. And she was part of the campaign when I first launched it. I had her picture of her son up on the slideshow. And anyway, so I looked onto YouTube this morning, and it's got over 11,000 views. So, holy cow, that's for me, that's like a huge thing. And I mean, because I think, and I don't know, Bridgette, maybe you can talk a bit more about this, but I feel like what I had to realize is that that means that that's 11,000 hearts that I've connected with, you
Mm.
know, right? Because that's where that song was written from, was from source and from that heart connection. And you being a mom who has a son, like, I don't know how you feel about this, but I've always found that there just wasn't enough songs that captures that connection between mother and son. And would you say that that's something you would think, or is that even something you've been thinking about? I mean, he is pretty young to get married.
Yeah, let's hold off a little there. I'm not ready for that yet. And let me tell you, after watching that video, I can't even watch it so many times because every single time I watched it, I sob. I just start crying. I can't take it. And thinking about him like leaving and loving another woman and spending his life outside of this home is just, it's a
I
lot.
know it's intense, and I'm not even a mom. But I
You
was like, I'm
captured
not.
the sentiment perfectly. So.
Well, thank you for being here with me today, and thanks for celebrating that little win because I
Oh,
think that's
thank
cool.
you.
And if you haven't checked out Love 'Em Forever, I'll put it down in the comments. It's on YouTube, so please check it out. So the lovely Bridgette Shaw-Bane from Bridgette Shaw Yoga. Bridgette, you are currently in Calgary, and you are changing women's lives. And so, just a little bit of Bridgette is not only an amazing traditional yoga teacher, but she specializes in hormone yoga therapy. Now, I'm just going to have Bridgette, why don't you explain a little bit about what that, I'm sure there's people watching this and like, what is that?
Yes, that is exactly what I thought when I first saw it. So that makes perfect sense. I've been doing yoga, practicing yoga for around 25 years now and teaching for about 20 years, and I'd never heard of anything like it before. I had struggled with my hormones, and so I used yoga as a way to help support me during times that were a struggle. But I had never heard of anything specifically for, I've heard of women, yoga for women. So this workshop came around when a couple of years ago when I was working at a studio, and I was like, you know what? I'm PMSing. I just want to be alone this weekend and I can go do this at the studio. Close the door, lock me away. And honestly, I didn't even know what to expect when I walked into the workshop. And I even felt like this isn't going to work. I've been practicing forever, but I don't care. I'm going to give it a try because I've tried everything else to help me with my hormone issues and nothing's worked. So before I go take a pill, before I go do something more drastic, let's just see what happens. So what I discovered is that hormone yoga therapy is actually very different from regular yoga.
Hmm.
If you have a yoga practice, things will be familiar to you. So it might be a little bit easier to like figure some of it out. But we've taken a lot of traditional postures and changed them to suit what we're trying to do, which is to activate and get our glands working again so that the balance within us can start to happen. And our systems are very intelligent. So we don't have to say, hey, I need more of this hormone, or I need to do this exercise for that hormone. We can focus on three main glands: the ovaries, the thyroid, and the pituitary gland. And the system itself begins to regulate within. So we don't have to worry about that. But we take these different postures with dynamic movement, dynamic breath, and then we massage and activate and bring blood flow into these different regions in order to eliminate all of the symptoms of hormonal imbalance. So that means no more PMS, no more perimenopause, nor menopause. Well, you still go through perimenopause. We're not gonna keep you young forever, but you'll feel like you are.
Sorry.
I know it's not that magic, but it's magic. Like you'll still go through menopause, but you don't have to deal with hot flashes. You don't have to deal with dryness, decrease of libido, not being able to sleep, like all weight gain, all of the things that start to come in. Anxiety is a part of perimenopause. I mean, we for like an hour about what is perimenopause.
Yeah. Exactly. And I saw on your website that, you suggest is for women 35 and up. And I mean, I don't know exactly what age is normal for perimenopause and menopause, and it all changes. But I think about it as I'm not in those stages yet, but I'm thinking like for me, like I'm doing this because I want to be preventative in my life, right? So starting now is beneficial for me so that as I continue to go through those next phases, or whenever that's going to be in my life, I'm gonna be more grounded. My hormones are gonna be already like under control, so that maybe when I hit those phases, I'll just kind of sail smoothly through them. Is that kind of an idea too? Like, as a preventative?
100%. So the creator is Dina Rodriguez. She's a 93-year-old Brazilian psychologist.
She is badass.
So badass. So you can't get certified to teach this unless she certifies you. So I got to spend a week with this woman in Italy, and oh, she is like so full of energy and life. It's incredible. It's incredible.
So you're the specialist in Calgary. Like, you're the only one that is teaching hormone yoga therapy in Calgary, correct?
Correct.
Oh my gosh.
And one of three in all of Canada. So like we're not here, and there's maybe only one or two in the States, but Dina has trained so many women in Europe, in South America. So it's other places, and gynecologists and doctors are recommending this rather than a pill. This helps with infertility if it's because of hormones. And to go back to your starting now idea, she absolutely suggests that as soon as you're 35, you just start this practice, because you don't have to deal with the symptoms of the changes that we go through. We can sail through those changes with a lot of grace and ease. So I highly recommend, like, if you can start before you have to deal with those symptoms, please, because let me tell you, they're not fun.
I am on it, and I've been thinking about definitely joining this class and doing it. So I know that I can do a group session. So I'm just going to put it out there to anybody who's watching this. If you want to do a group session with me, we can sign up and do our own private. And the cool thing is, with technology, Bridgette's been teaching women from all over the world. So just share some countries that women have joined you to do this training.
Absolutely. I actually just had a group of women sign up for a private, I call it a friendship circle. So they signed up for the friendship circle, and they were all over Canada and haven't been able to get together. So they wanted to do something together. So they did this. which was super fun, like scattered throughout the country. But I've had women join me from Japan, from Finland, Bahrain, Israel, New York, California, all over the States, all throughout Canada. It's been
Oh,
amazing.
I just got goosebumps. Like I just got total goosebumps because, like again, like it's so amazing what you're doing for women. And I know that we had a little briefly chat about because I'm a red wine drinker for
Yes.
real, as you know, my peeps know that I like my red wine. So tell me about how this helps with that. Like there's a little thing, just share
There's a
with
little
people.
thing. There's a little thing. So what I didn't know was I'm a red wine girl, as you know, also. And I started going through perimenopause. So I'm turning 45 in next month, actually. And I started going through perimenopause in my late 30s, and it got progressively worse when I hit my 40s. So one of the things that I noticed was I couldn't drink red wine anymore without getting really, really sick. Like I was vomiting if I only had like one glass. So I'm like, I know I'm not getting drunk. That's not the problem. Controlling the intake, but it's still not settling well. So when I started doing this hit practice, I started noticing I could bring that back into my life again and enjoy the red wine again. So, you don't have to lose all the things.
Oh my gosh, if that is any reason to do it, that is that for me. I mean, no, I mean, I'm just
That red wine available.
as long as that I can, if I'm doing the hit, and that's enough. Like I know a hit also stands for high and intense
Yeah.
training, or what is it?
High
I'm
interval.
interval. Oh, that's HIIT, but this is HYT for hormone yoga therapy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all the links in the comments below, and so that everyone can go and check it out. And I highly recommend doing this. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to put it out again to anyone that wants to join me. I think it's a group of 6, is it?
Well, we could talk about what that would look like, but generally speaking, when I'm doing this on Zoom, I actually have a whole setup now in my studio space. So I have a really big screen TV, and I blow you all up on there so that I can get in and see all the details and give you notes and cues and things like that. So I find that if we stick to around 7, I get the best view and you get the best experience.
Okay. So the magic 7, the number is the magic 7. So I need 6 women. And sorry, guys, I've already asked B. This isn't for you. Apparently,
There
there's
is
some.
one for men though,
There is one for men.
but not this one.
This one, so sorry, dudes. This is kind of all about the ladies, but maybe if you're watching and you know a woman that might want that this might benefit, I definitely connect with Bridgette or share all the love because so we're gonna put it out there. I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna do another Heart Sunday series where I'm going to talk about my experience as well because it's been on my list of things to do, and so now it's finally like, okay, I'm going to get this done. So I'd love to do it with some peeps. I think my sister's going to join me for sure, and maybe another one. So anyway, I've kind of started accumulating, but we can start our own little Matley crew tribe here and hang out with Lady B. And I mean, you are such an amazing friend, woman, and I thank you for all the things that you do and bring to the world and all the healing that you're bringing because I know that there's probably women out there that would have loved to have had this. And it's never too late, right? Because I mean, right? Look at Dina. I mean, she's what, 93 you said?
And she still practices every day. Her husband is 100 years old. They have a fantastic life together. They're active. They're running her business. They're traveling. They're having wonderful sex. I mean, life is
Woo!
good. You don't have to like go to sleep when you get older.
100. Oh my God, now that's going to be another topic. We're going to have another whole chat about that because, yeah, I think libido is super important and sexuality. And again, when you touch base on also doing this practice, that it also can increase libido. And anyway, it just again, it's totally on my thing I'm doing, so I'm going to put it out there. And I am just thank you so much for being here with me. I think we've covered, all the kind of points we want, and I think even if you are 30, 31, you could still do it too, right? It's not like a hard rule that you have to be 35.
If you
Right.
have PMS issues, you can start this younger. We can work with younger people. We just have a different protocol how we would work with like a teenager. But in your 20s, I have women who like had lost their period for almost 10 years in their 20s. And after 6 weeks of HIT, their period came back. So they'd been seeing a doctor, to deal with that, but it was really just something that they needed to regulate within themselves. And the cool thing about this practice is once you learn it, it's 30 minutes and you do it like 5 to 7 times a week. And I tell you, you'll want to do it 7 because you feel so good when you do it.
Ah,
And that's it. Like 30 minutes. You can find 30 minutes.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I have a regular yoga practice already, so it'll be nice to to be able to utilize this new way because I think, yeah, I'm ready for this. I want to at this part of my journey right now is just to take care of myself, mind, body, and spirit. And so definitely, a 30-minute practice. And I know you also do meditations. I mean, like you do like all kinds of amazing things. You don't just do hormone yoga therapy, but it is your specialty. You're specializing in that right now. And you're doing your classes online, so there's lots of opportunities to connect with Bridgette. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here with me on Heart Sundays. And I can't wait to see you. I'm gonna be in town. I sent your husband the dates because he's like, send me the dates. So,
Yes. We got you in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, have a wonderful rest of your Sunday and week, and we will see you next time. À très bientôt. Mwah.